go.
Was I?
We are live. Welcome back to Cover to Cover. Tonight, Sparrer. Shock Troops. Look at that shirt. That's a dope freaking shirt. I love it. I love it.
That is a badass shirt.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah. So, I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't find a whole lot.
Yeah, me either.
I found that one article that I shared in the chat, and it was somewhat fruitful, but
Yeah, I found one I sent probably like 20 minutes before the show started that had a little bit more information in it than what that one did. So we can just go through, and I read it out loud so he can maybe help me remember what I read.
Yeah. There was another one that I ran across that had a little bit of information on the band and their journey. But
I'm glad.
So basically,
I'm sorry. I'm glad I didn't even try to look then.
it wouldn't have taken you long.
Okay, good. That makes me a whole lot more prepared than I was.
We're all equally prepared this week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're a little bit more because of the shirt, right? You're a little bit more,
A little bit
on
more.
point.
This will be a 25-minute show, maybe.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. No, go ahead, Donnie. Go ahead.
Well, I said to Skylar the other night, I said, how many times have you listened to this? Once. I said, you might want to give it another listen. I said, we'll listen to it. So this morning we were in the kitchen, and her and her mom were making cupcakes for family gathering today, and we were jamming to it in the kitchen. But Sparrer, Shock Troops, released 1983 is what the Wikipedia says, but
yeah, there's a lot of because on other pages and other things it says 82.
That's what I saw.
I don't know if I was telling him, I don't know if maybe that was like released under a different record label, because I think they re-signed or something. I don't know.
Okay.
The details.
Or an American release
an American release. I don't know. But in two or three different pages, it said it was released in 82, and then Wikipedia says 83. And that this was their second album, but it was their first album. Did you guys catch any of that?
Like
they recorded the first album.
That's the
76 or so, and then they scrapped it. They shelved it because punk was dying out and everything, and then they broke up. And then once the punk, hardcore punk scene, all that stuff was kind of coming back to life, that the record label, I guess, showed interest in it, and they were playing the stuff on the radio or something like that. So they got back together and made this album.
Where did you get the shirt?
I got it off Merch Bar, I think, website.
A website?
Yeah.
It's a badass shirt.
Thank you. I got two of these, but the other one's like a 40-year anniversary shirt. And it's got the logo. It's got a big soccer ball and has a big 40 in the bottom. It's all fancy like.
Nice.
I guess their story is kind of like the Misfits in that respect, because Static Age was shelved.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
Again, the Wikipedia says it was released on Razor Records, but I thought I saw something with Decca as well.
Yeah, I think they might have been with Decca first, and that's when the first album got scrapped, I'm assuming.
Which doesn't surprise me with Decca.
But we also read too back in '76, Malcolm McLaren. He was trying or wanting to manage these guys when he was managing the Sex Pistols. which I thought was a pretty
I got that in happen.
yeah. They would have fell apart if he got a hold of them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was kind of like a Colonel Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of helped you, but he hurt you at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this band I've been listening to for about, how long do you say?
I have no clue.
At least 10 years, I would say.
How did you discover them?
Honestly, I don't remember. Oh, you know what? I don't remember. I'm trying to think. Because they're kind of like part of the reason why I like West Ham United.
Okay.
Because they're from East London. They're outspoken West Ham fans, such as The Business, the bass player from Iron Maiden,
Harris.
There's a band called Steve Harris. There's a band called Booze and Glory that are avid West Ham fans. They do songs about West Ham, this and that and the other. So that's how I became a West Ham fan, is just because I like the music, and these bands I really like were from that area, and they're all working class.
Mm-hmm.
You know, singing about the working class. I'm like, hey, I'm working class. Let's go. You know, so that was what drew me to the music and the team.
Nice.
So that's all I got to say about that.
Skyler, that second listen this morning, did they make a difference?
Yeah, the first time I listened to it, the first song didn't really click, but then the second time it did. I don't know why. It's
happened. It's happened to me multiple times where I listen to an album more than one time. Sometimes I'll listen to it 2 times or 3 times, and then the next time it'll click, and I'm like, okay.
Sometimes they're slow burns, and that's what I told her.
It always definitely helps to listen more than once. One time I listened like regular in the car or at work, and then before the show I listened with headphones. And like when you listen with headphones, sometimes it sounds so much better. You hear things you don't notice before, and it immerses you into the music when you got the headphones on and you're kind of blanked out to everything.
The headphones is what changed my mind about this album. Listening on headphones. I listened to it a few times working out, and I just had it on and I was like, okay. Because I heard it once the first time and I was like, and then I heard it with headphones. It's like, oh shit. Okay.
There's something about headphones, man. It
is.
It'll take that questionable album and make it sound different.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I guess it's what you say, because you put the headphones on and like whatever you're doing, that's what you're, that's it. That's what's, because you could be doing a ton of stuff and hearing it in the background, you're not going to get into it.
Yeah, and you'll hear sounds and notes, or depending on the band or the music, you'll hear things that you wouldn't hear 4 foot away from the speaker.
Yeah, no, definitely. The headphones is a game changer for me. So what do you got on this album, Donnie? What were the 3 sentences that you got on this album?
Well, Wikipedia says this is their second album and the first widely distributed album.
Okay.
Released in '83 on Razor Records, produced by the band. Which that's not a surprise, because there's a lot of bands of the day that produced their own stuff, self-released their own stuff too. So
that makes this album more impressive.
Correct.
Yeah, how good it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, dude! It's so tight. It's so freaking tight, dude. It sounds amazing.
Yes, and to this day, to me, it's like out of all the bands that started around the same time when the oi, kind of like the oi genre.
Yeah.
For me, this band still stands true today. Like as far as making the best material and stuff like that, and just a all around great band.
You could hear it.
Being almost. I mean, shit, they've been a band for 50 years.
Wow. Yeah. I was going to say they
73.
kind of polished their sound,
They're tight. The drums, the singing, the guitar, it's all tight and it sounds really good.
I think
I'm not saying it's my favorite music, but it's tight and it's good. It's like when the last show you said that it's almost like a greatest hits album.
Yeah.
You could hear that because every song there's no song that I don't like on this album that I think is my only critique is it kind of all sounds the same. You know what I'm saying? But the songs themselves are good.
They're all singable. They're all singable.
They're all they're clear.
I told him they're all anthems.
Yeah. Except for two. No, actually, except for one. And those two might be my favorite ones because they're the two that don't sound like the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which those are, singing about, which I'm assuming the ones you're talking about, in the military.
Yeah.
And the wars and stuff like that, how they're against it. And
It's I was very impressed. I didn't expect that. I thought it was just going to be another thrash album, and it's not. It's not, or a punk album. It's really good.
Yes. Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, exactly. It's not your typical punk album. It's not like fast and like trashy and grungy. It's actually put together well.
It's like you say, they're like anthems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them, a couple of them are actually, a couple songs are used on anthems. I believe one of the songs that was later included on a later release, which was England Belongs to Us. That's an anthem over England, period. Everybody in England sings England Belongs to Us.
Bar song.
And
it sounds like it.
The story behind that one is they wrote that because that during the early 80s and stuff like that, the whole like the neo-Nazi skinhead, the Oys, the bad Oys, I guess you can say, was coming about, and that was their answer to that. But then it backfired, and then they started using England Belongs to Us as like their thing, and then
okay, I can see that.
Then they made another song, which I think might be on this album, as a rebuttal to them using the song. It's like because of the politics, the left and right, and this and that, and
I could see that being used that way.
Yeah,
definitely.
And that wasn't the intention. That was their, yeah.
I could see that.
When I first heard this band, though, I thought that it took a few times listening to the album and to the band itself because I wasn't used to the singer's style of singing. His vocals a little more higher pitch, a little more higher than what I guess you could say liked or like, because I like aggressive, I like type singing and stuff like that, and his is totally the opposite. But I loved it. I fell in love with it.
It's good. The hardest thing for me was remembering the name of the album and the name of the band. That was the hardest thing for me. It's like I had to go back to our last show and go to the end and go to the wheel. What's the name of the? I did that like 2 or 3 times. I just couldn't remember. It's cock something. Cock what? What's it? It's like I couldn't. That was my thing. I couldn't remember the freaking name of the album or the album.
Anything else you remember me reading that you would like to add?
You said everything about
Not everything.
Did you like it, Bo?
I was familiar with pretty much the first side. and everything else I'd never heard before. But the first 4 songs I've enjoyed for a while now.
Does your dad sing this in the shower? Like you hear this, him singing this coming through the door?
I used to play it in the car a lot when he was little.
Yeah.
He might have been too little to remember all the other songs, but yeah.
Dude, when I heard it the first time, like I heard it all the way through and nothing stuck out, but when the last song came on, I'm like, oh shit, dude, Bridge on the River Kwai? How cool is that?
Yeah.
I like this album. I'm gonna listen. I gotta listen to it again. That's badass.
Yeah.
I like that. That
It's
kind of
so-
sold it
it's
for me.
stereotypically British.
Yeah.
That was good. It was I like the slow songs too. I wish it would be cool if they probably could have sprinkled in maybe 1 or 2 more songs in there, like in
To break it up.
yeah, like quarter it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe play 3 regular songs, slow song, 3
I agree with you.
I think that would have been pretty awesome.
What's the one on an island? What is that?
I don't know.
I think that might be my favorite song on the whole album.
That's a great
I
song.
like that song. It's just a hit for me. And maybe it's because that it was like nothing else on that album. Like I was working out and I was like, oh shit.
It's the one that sounds different from all the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, and they said too in the one article, like there was a couple songs that kind of went back to their because they were influenced by like glam pop and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you can they kind of also use a comparison of the Ramones on how they intertwine their love for pop music into their music.
Yeah.
Such as this band did. And one of the songs that they were talking about was one of my favorite songs on the album is I Got Your Number.
That was good too. I like that one too.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say that about the glam roots, and I was surprised to read that, but after the second listen, I was like, okay, now I hear the melodies, I hear the hooks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From those influences.
I didn't read, so I didn't get that, but I did not get glam from this album at all. Maybe I have to go. I got to give it another listen with that in mind, because I didn't pick up glam.
No, not necessarily. They had a glam influence,
Right.
a glam pop type, I guess, because like I said, they formed in '72.
Okay. Yeah, that was right around this. Yeah.
And I guess they just worked the beat until
It's just
78 when they recorded the first album that never came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one came out in '82.
How many
So
members are there? How many members are there?
On this album, there was 5.
5. Okay.
And I want to say they still have most of the original members, if I'm not mistaken, that are still kicking. They're all a bunch of geezers now.
Every member looks like your stereotypical bald British guy. Every member.
Yeah.
Not unlike your bald American guys.
No, they have a look to them.
Oh, they also said other bands compared to like the Toy Dolls and Peter and the Test Tube Babies.
What's it, brother?
Peter and the test tube babies. I thought you were gonna Peter and the testicles. I thought what you were gonna say for a second.
I know the Peter and the Test Tube Babies, they had a song I remember hearing years ago on the Pal Peralta documentary, and it's a badass song. But it's kind of like the poppy punk.
Right.
watching other shows Saturday night.
But
Consolidate me.
trying to see if there's anything else here.
That's what I was. 5-piece with bands like Sham 69, Cockney Rejects.
But I was going to say earlier, another band I think that is kind of around the same era as these guys that I think still hold up pretty good is Stiff Little Fingers.
Yeah.
Stiff Little Fingers is an amazing band too.
What it is?
What'd she say?
She said that's an interesting name. That's 70s, 80s punk. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Little
It's like
fingers.
Sex Pistols.
And then you put British in with it.
And then you get the nipple cut and you're styling.
Sham 69.
Yeah.
But yeah, there ain't really a whole lot else to.
Can we do the album cover, Donnie?
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay, so
What?
So that's the lyric. Shoot. So,
Oh, put them up
Put 'em
against
against the
put
wall
up
and
against the
shoot
wall
'em.
and shoot them. And that was the record company diss. That was their diss on record companies. Because record companies.
Remember when I told you last show there was a song on this album that was like an anthem for a few different soccer teams or football teams? That's the song that they would chant at the away team or the away fans.
Put them up against the wall and shoot them.
Yeah. Take them all. Take them all.
It's a lot of good
Oh, you
sportsmanship
thought it
in that.
said
That's a good
yeah.
sportsmanship. You know, it promotes sportsmanship and
Exactly.
camaraderie. You know, goodwill.
Soccer game and England.
She thought they were saying
Yeah.
shiv.
You can do. You're on the wrong team.
Goodwill.
That's why they separate them.
Yeah, they have big steel like divide, bulletproof glass.
Yeah, every away team fan
Yeah.
is separated from the home team.
That was like after that one game where there was a fire, right? And they were fighting, and the thing
Yeah,
caught
right.
fire and shit.
over there.
Talking about in the 80s?
Yeah, that was in the 80s.
That was Liverpool.
Yeah,
They had a bunch of people got
killed. Yeah.
killed, trampled on.
Yeah, good times.
But yeah, they usually have like cops
Oh.
or their security
Yeah.
between the fans and the away fans and the home fans,
Their experience with the major label.
or a glass
First record.
plexiglass divide so they can't interact physically.
When you hear that,
And
like,
the away team fans, whenever they're at a game, they have to wait until everybody else is out of the field first before they're allowed to leave.
So don't get mugged and shanked.
So there isn't no fights.
Shank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
dude, I love my Raiders, but what do you think is that? They don't got nothing else going on in their lives that they got to do that, dude? It's like I've never hated a Kansas City Chiefs fan that bad just because they're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. You know, it's like I can't comprehend that. I just can't. And then go to work on Monday. And then let's go to work on Monday. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good times.
Great English pastime.
Racial prejudice.
Way of life. It's all like for England, it's like a gang, a neighborhood gang, because there's hundreds of football team or soccer teams in England, and there's like every town has at least one or two, depending on how big the town is, but almost every single town has a football team,
Right.
soccer team. So that community rallies around their team, and I guess that's why they're so passionate. It's like a neighborhood gang, basically.
Well, yeah. Well, I know you've gotten that in like South America, because I remember one time they killed the guy that scored his own goal. I think it was for Colombia.
Yes.
And then they went and they killed him. You know, a couple of weeks later, he was out and about, and somebody took him out. So
It's wild.
I just can't.
They're serious about their song.
Being that passionate about a game.
It's like, man, dude. I mean, I get hurt when the Raiders lose, but bless, it doesn't ruin my freaking week. It doesn't even ruin my day. But whatever, that fanaticism, I just never understood it, man.
There's some people I used to work with that used to drive me crazy with it because it's like the way they talk about it, and as much as they talk about it and how involved they are in it, it's like, I don't know if they think they're on the salary of the team salary, and they're like, it's like, why?
Some of them think that.
Why do you give so much? Like, you're not the fucking coach.
Dude,
you're not on the roster.
Don't get me wrong.
Enjoy the game.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I could talk sports pretty much all day if I wanted to. But I just don't understand. It means nothing. It means nothing. It's not going to change one iota of my life.
Nah.
Try telling a Phillies fan that.
All it's going to do is stress you out.
And I got emotional about it or whatever, but it's I don't know, probably when I was younger, but
Philly fans are terrible.
I never got that. I don't think I ever got that bad. It's like
I worked with people too, or their team was playing in the big game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
One was a Florida State fan, one was a New England Patriots fan. When their team lost, you might not see them the next day or the next 2 days after the game. It's like stupid.
It's like, how old are you, bro? It's meaningless. It means nothing.
I think they just hope that when they come back, people have forgot and don't, stick it in their face and ridicule them.
Well, you do get that, but who cares, dude? It's
the game. They're not paid by the team.
Okay, all right. Wait, but I gotta. But I am the guy that has a Raider tattoo on his leg. Okay, I'm that guy too.
Well, that's
right?
different. I got a Orlando City.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, because it is different.
One here.
Okay, good. I'm glad because I love my team.
I couldn't tell you 3 names on either team. It's like, I don't care about the person. I just watch the game. I enjoy the game. I don't care about the stats of every person on every team, especially when they ain't on a team I don't like. I don't give a damn about their stats or who they are or anything. I don't give a shit about Joe Schmo that plays for the Buffalo Bills or the Texas Titans or the Tennessee Titans and the, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the Los Angeles Rams. I don't care about their center back. I don't care about their linebacker. I don't care about them people. I just care. I don't even care about them. I just care about them playing.
Yeah, I care about that. I care about them if they get hurt. I don't want them to get hurt and shit like that. I want everybody to play, and I care about the guys on my fantasy team and all that. But
I hope I still have it. If I still have it, I want to share it with you guys about fantasy football team.
Oh, dude, I'm an addict with the fantasy football, but at the same time, it's like, it's all a crapshoot. It's all a crapshoot. You hope for your team the best. My wife laughs at me all the time. You don't have a real team. You know this, right? It's not your team. But whatever. Skylar, did you like the album or what? What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. There's some songs that stuck out more to me than others.
Is this the type of music you would listen to, or I have listened to, or maybe it's because of your dad that you've listened to it, or would you go out of your way to listen to something like this?
Probably not, but it was good though.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I probably would have listened to this when I was younger. Definitely a lot more. It's not just what I listen to now.
I'm surprised I didn't hear it when I was younger. So with some of the people that I was connected with, just never heard it, I guess.
I was impressed with the music, the drums, the singing, the guitar.
Yeah.
They were good songs. They were well put together songs. They weren't just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what happened.
Very solid.
It was
were well
very
worth-
solid.
Very.
I
well
wasn't
worth it.
wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. And headphones did the trick.
Not out of a band named Sparrer.
Yeah, dude. I didn't know. I thought it was gonna be a lot more this not just aggressive. I think it was gonna be just more all over the place kind of stuff and not well put together
Oh.
songs.
Sounds like
It's
You know?
it's
well,
gonna be in your face and stuff.
that's kind of that. I would think that's kind of the point, and that's the kind of the point behind any band name is you want it to grab people's attention,
Mhm.
and that name grabs your attention. It's like, what the hell is that?
Especially punk bands, they usually go
Yeah.
for stuff that might be more offensive and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What were you doing this morning on the Mac? You said something.
Yeah, I tried to look up the platform Peacock on the
Oh.
iPad upstairs, and it gave me a pop-up saying that it can't take it or whatever, and I said it can't handle the cock. He thought it was hilarious.
I thought you were talking about the band because that's what we were listening to and talking about.
He didn't come up to you like nudge you on the chin. He didn't go like
No, he lost it in the kitchen because I said it so nonchalantly.
Nonchalantly.
Nonchalant.
that's my girl.
Anyway. No, but I have a hot take for this album. This album is better than Nevermind the Bullets.
I agree. Yeah. This band's better than the Pistols too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really ain't hard. though.
Although don't get me wrong, I love Nevermind the Bullocks. I love that album.
I'm not gonna say it's better than it. It's the musicianship is better.
What's up, Tony?
Well, hey, what's up, man? Tony.
Having nerves.
I believe this band just never got the dues they should have.
Definitely.
There's other things that they did later on that's like phenomenal.
Okay.
You know, it's like how come I don't know.
They just don't. They're not outrageous. They're not. They're not shocking. You could tell they're a band.
Matter of fact, you can't even get them to come to America ever. When they do come, they come to play like 4 cities that either Vegas,
or a huge festival.
a festival or
Yeah.
something,
Really?
Rock Bowling, or something up in Chicago, Riot Fest. A couple things, that's it. But they never come anywhere else, it seems like. And that's like one band I would love to see before I die. Before
Yeah.
they die.
Before then.
There's yeah.
They don't have as
Both.
much time as I do.
Both.
There's a few bands
Before
like
we
that. I know Rammstein doesn't tour the U.S. very often either. And it's like,
That's German, right?
yeah.
Side note, too, I do get to see a bucket list band next year,
Who's that?
The Damned.
And you've never seen them?
Never seen them.
And where are you gonna see them?
I just got into them like hard, like recently. And it's like, I got to see this band. But I'm like, they're never going to come back to America. And then, boom. Next thing you know, they're coming to Tampa and Orlando.
I don't think I've ever heard. I've ever heard them. I probably have, but I don't think I've ever gone out of my way to. I've always heard the name, but I've never heard.
I think you would like. I think you would actually love their later stuff, like from their like 4th album on.
Oh,
Uh huh.
It's kind of like
What?
it's kind of like the gothic punk, like
Yeah, that's what they're goth, right?
yeah. It's like the Cure, but it's
Mm-hmm.
got a little bit more punk sound, I guess, to it. Not really.
That's what I think I've heard.
Joy Division, kind of like
Mhm.
it's not quite as slow as Joy Division. It's more, it's solid. I would pick The Damned over Cure, Joy Division, all them any day.
I've gone down the Bob Dylan trail some more. That's what I've been really
Getting ready for the
getting.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Freewheeling, that album, it's the Freewheeling. Oh my God. Talking Highway 61, Freewheeling is like, it's mind blowing.
I
Anyway,
have to give that one a listen.
you need to listen to that.
Yeah.
Free Willing.
Blonde on Blonde's good too.
The Freewheeling Bob, yeah. Oh
You
my
know, it's
God.
the perfect time to listen to Dylan. It's cold out.
Did you guys you know the boy who had 7?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, did you see he made a question today on Instagram?
I didn't see
Three dead musicians that you would like to see. Your top 3 dead musicians. I put Jimi Hendrix, I put Jim Morrison with the Doors, and I put John Lennon with the Beatles. Those were my 3.
I would say Elvis, Johnny Cash, and Joe Strummer.
Oof, Strummer's good. Yeah, I'd say
Well, the Ramones. I would like to see Joey Ramone. I'd say Joe Strummer.
yeah, I'd say Cash, Joe Strummer, and Dee Dee. That's what I would say.
My 4th one would be Bonham with Led Zeppelin. That was probably my 4th.
Heck yeah.
It's a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cobain.
Cool. Well, I would like, you know what? I think my 4th one would be Hank Williams Sr.
You know, I considered him in my picks.
I mean, and Bailoff would be cool.
You know what's one that popped into my head, and I was like, "Why is she popping into my head?" But I think it would have been cool to see her in concert. See her is Amy Winehouse. I think that would have been a good show.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think I would have enjoyed her.
She's somebody I've been kind of interested in diving into, just never got around to like checking out her music, except for like the 1 or 2 songs that you might have hear pop up on videos or something.
Dude, that album, I think it's called Back to Black. That album is fantastic.
Is it?
It's really good.
I've been also interested in getting into that. So
She was really talented, man. Damn shame.
Oh, he lived in Germany.
He's
Nice.
in the military.
Oh,
see that album cover.
Well, yeah, let's do the album cover.
Rammstein. I would love to see Rammstein. That's one band I never got to see.
In a stadium. That has to be in a stadium, though, right?
Remember back in the 90s, they did the Family Values tour
can't handle it.
Uh-huh.
with Korn.
And they were there?
Orgy. Well, they were there with the Family Values tour, but they did like Korn and Orgy and somebody else. They did like a sideshow or something, a concert in my town.
Uh-huh.
And Rammstein wasn't there, but everybody else in the Family Values tour was. I'm like, damn it.
What did Orgy sing?
Cool.
They did a
Was it a cover?
yeah. it
They
was a
covered
cover.
Blue Monday.
Yeah, Blue Monday.
That's right. It was Blue Monday. Right. That's what I thought. Okay. Couldn't remember what song they sang.
Boom.
And it gives me the
love this album cover. Early, this definitely like early British punk because they do like the silhouette style portraits.
Mhm.
Because the Clash did this with their first album where it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Who else? I'm pretty sure. Trying to think who else did like that. They had their portrait. It was just like in black and white silhouette style. But I like it.
I like it too.
It definitely, even though I said the songs are like anthems and stuff like that, this album doesn't give you the same vibe as what they're giving you in music wise. This seems aggressive with the shock troops and the
camouflage.
camouflage and
Yeah.
stuff, and
It's
the
very-
grittiness of the black and white silhouette photos.
Right.
You assume by looking at it's going to be more aggressive than what it is.
It's not. I didn't get I didn't get aggressive from it. I just got. Yeah, it's not the feel that I got.
I don't know what the heck. What pose is he doing in the middle? It's like,
They're sitting.
oh, he's sitting. Okay.
They're all sitting down.
That's the prison pose. He's doing the prison pose. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I know all. I can make a whole album on prison pose photos of myself.
They're just sitting there like,
I really like. I think
What are you looking at?
the bulletproof, or the
Bangalier.
yeah, I think that's a
whatever.
bit cheesy. The Bangalier.
Ammo belt.
it looks like one of those quick photo.
Yeah, backstage at a show.
And they're all like,
You know what? You could tell that they didn't have a lot of money for the different colors. So we're gonna do red, white, and black, and then we're gonna add some, camo. Those are
go put somebody's camo muscle shirt.
Yeah.
on.
that'll add some color. It'll.
Yeah, four color
You could tell it was
4-color comics.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the cheapest colors.
And I like it. I do like this album cover though.
Yeah, I do.
It's simple, but
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I couldn't find anything on it. Do we know who did the layout or the photo or anything?
no.
That second guy on the left, he took the photo. The guy all the way in the corner, no.
That's probably what happened.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. One of them was the artistic one, and he put it together.
Yeah, in the background's one of their jackets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, and they spread it out really tight.
I think it is. It looks like you can see like stains in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the picture. Take the picture.
Jacket or a bandana or something.
All right. I got a question for Skylar. Why the change from Bon Jovi to the Goo Goo Dolls?
I took what he said into consideration about. He said that our generation doesn't really listen to a wide variety of stuff, and I listen to Bon Jovi quite a bit, and I wanted to change it to something that I don't normally listen to, and I just picked the Google Dolls because I listened to some of their stuff and I was like, why not them?
Okay.
Very good.
I've never listened to the Goo Goo Dolls. I probably have heard their top
Their
hits, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
their
I'm sure
hits,
I have.
but I can't tell you which is their hit. But I know I've heard it, but I've never heard a Goo Goo Dolls album.
Me either.
That album was probably their biggest album.
Okay.
Yeah. They debuted on Metal Blade. For those not in the know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty crazy stuff.
Why don't you slide?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I don't. We talked a little bit about songs, favorite songs or whatever. Did we want to say what we like the most?
I don't got one that I don't like. That's for sure. That I think stands out as they're all good songs. They all stand on their own. My favorite is on the what is it?
Out on the island.
Out on the Island, Colonel Boogie, the last song, just because I'm Bridge on the River Kwai. Those two stuck out to me, but all the other ones are good, man. Even they're all good songs. They're all well put together. They're tight. The musicianship is good. I don't got nothing bad to say.
Mine's I Got Your Number.
I Got Your Number. I liked.
I like Take 'Em All. I like We're Coming Back. I mean, it's hard for me to pick a favorite on this album because they're all bangers.
Yeah, they are.
But I would say I Got Your Number.
I like that one.
I didn't like Droogs Don't Run at first, but then it grew on me.
I think Secret Army is probably the one out of this whole album that it's probably my least favorite, even though I love every song on this. Secret Army is probably my least favorite.
Man.
And what about you, young man? Just sit there.
Me personally, I think it's like every song on the album is like very happy sounding. I like that. I've heard, like I said before, the first 4 tracks very, very well. I heard I Got Your Number, and it kind of blew me away. I had to do a double take and a triple take. I listened to like 5 times today. That was definitely my highlight.
They got another song if you guys are interested in checking out that wasn't on this album. One, the England Belongs to Me, which was added to this album in later presses.
Mm-hmm.
But another song that was on a different album is Because You're Young. Give it a listen.
Give it a spin.
Especially the older fellas here.
Give it a spin.
Because You're Young.
And we're not.
Live it. Love it.
All right, what are we doing? We're going to the wheel. We're gonna go get the Goo Goo Dolls. Which one are we gonna get? Did you take off Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Oh, because if Bon Jovi gets selected, yeah, Bon Jovi gets selected, that's not good.
Yeah, they're all Bon Jovi now.
Living on a prayer. Oh.
Freaking ads.
Spin that wheel.
Ooh, that trick.
Nick Drake. That's your pick, Donnie, right?
Yeah.
What?
Nick Drake.
Nicholas.
I've never heard of this.
Me neither.
You've heard the song
Okay.
Pink Moon. It was in a Volkswagen commercial.
And that's why I've heard the song. Okay. Is that what turned you on to Nick Drake?
Actually, no. It was a friend of mine used to. I used to go watch him play every Sunday night, and it was one of the songs that he covered.
And the song is Pink Moon?
Pink Moon, yeah. That's
Okay,
the
that's
name
the-
of the album, but
The title track? Okay. All right. Never heard of the artist or we'll see if we've heard the commercial.
Those are both like from 30 years
Why'd your
ago.
voice change? Were you burping?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got stuck. I got stuck somehow.
Yeah, puberty again.
I felt like you were mid burp when you were saying the last of that sentence.
I got stuck.
Oh shit. Nick Drake. Never heard of him.
What year is this album, Donnie?
72.
70, 71.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
72. 72 maybe.
72.
Hey.
He's a wizard. You're a wizard, Jim.
We're gonna listen to Nick Drake and the Bad Seeds.
No, that's Nick Cave.
Oh. Okay.
That's somebody else.
Okay.
This album was not produced by him.
No.
Produced by Mr. John Wood.
Save it for that episode.
I know.
God, Skyler, God.
Gonna ruin it.
Over the line.
Ruin it.
Oh, they're the other album.
Yeah, that's the other album.
Oh. Brighter later.
Mm-hmm.
Why is later spelled like that?
I don't know. Because it's eccentric.
That cover is eccentric.
Those are
Looks like something out of shut up. Looks like something out of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Oh no, depression. That's not good.
All right.
Nick Drake and the Bad Seeds.
Go check out Sparrer Shop Troops.
If you haven't already.
Very well put together album. Fantastic punk album. Oi.
Oi.
Next episode, Nick Drake, Pink Moon. Kind of excited for this one. It's been a while since I listened to it, so give me the boost to listen to it a little more heavy rotation again.
Headphones. Use your headphones.
And if I'm hoping my suspicions are correct, and that anybody that likes Bob Dylan will like Nick Drake. I'm hoping.
Looking forward to it.
So,
looking forward to it.
Let's do it.
because I'm allowed.
All
right.
right.
What do we? 2 weeks? Like normal?
Okay.
Gotta play it by ear. I think. I don't know what's. I think we're good. Yeah, I think 2 weeks works.
Where does that put us at? That's right after Christmas, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 28th maybe.
27th, 28th, yeah, somewhere in there.
All right, that works. That works. I don't unless something comes up, guys. But yeah, that works.
I'm off all that week, so
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Sounds great.
All right.
Let's call it.
I'm gonna hit this.
Right.
This thing.